Hi there, this is Dave from HeartSpace, where we are creating videos every single day to help you live in your way. And today, I want to go over the idea of stop fighting against the current of the river. If you know what quantum alignment is, and being able to align and be congruent with universal principles and laws, that which you actually are, you have to understand you are not just a human body, you are not just a physical being, you are a spiritual being. You are a spiritual being in a human body, someone in a human body going through a spiritual experience. Which means you are way more connected to the quantum or spiritual world, or whatever label you want to put onto it. We can call it oneness, infinite intelligence, even God, than you are the physical. Now, a lot of us have bought into the physical, and so we think that in order to change our lives, we have to go outside of ourselves and just push things around and punch things and break through walls and just move everything, this Newtonian billiards game type of idea. However, when we look at things, even from a scientific perspective, it has been determined and proven at this point that the physical world comes out of what is called the quantum world. The Newtonian world, where we have all of these laws of physics, the senses and everything else, comes out of a world that is called the quantum. And at the quantum world, this is where energy is the main component. It speaks in energy, it moves in energy, it starts to materialize things in the physical world from energy. And what most of us do is, instead of allowing ourselves to go with the river, we try and come out, which is essentially going within and allowing our intuition, that which we really are, our connection to source, to guide us, which it will, and it will guide us seamlessly through the river if we allow it. We instead resist the current of the river. We resist change. We resist the things that come in that could possibly help us to even get what we say we want. And we swim upstream. Sometimes we'll hold onto a rock in the river and just go nowhere. Other times we'll swim upstream and we'll struggle, but we think by swimming upstream we're going to get somewhere. How many people, for example, have you seen doing the equivalent of swimming upstream and then only to burn out, finally let go, and then something happens which actually helps them? This is what happens when people hit rock bottom. For so long they've been resisting that they can't hold on for any longer. They hit rock bottom and go screw it, and they actually then surrender and allow the stream to take them. You see, there are many different states of consciousness, and we could break it up into 4 very basic categories. And these are to me, by me, through me, and as me. And when you're going with the river, you are essentially in through me. When you're in as me, you are the river, essentially. But that's not something that we really need to focus on, because in our experience as a spiritual being in a human body, I would say one of our biggest missions while we're here is to get into through me and to live from that place. As me is something like Buddhahood. This is something that characters like Jesus Christ and Buddha and other people who were at that level were in. They were in more of the as me stage opposed to the through me. But that doesn't mean that's something we have to move towards. But by me is very much trying to swim against the current. To me is very much holding on to the rock, going, poor me, why is this happening to me? But through me is letting go and allowing the current to take you where it's going to take you. Understanding that this current, this river, this universal river has your best interest at heart, that it's never going to lead you astray, and to be able to surrender to it. Do what you can from your side of the co-creation process, but to remember that the how is none of your business. You can absolutely convey your desires and your wants to the universe and align with those things. But after that, what the universe does with it is none of your business. And if you try and step on the universe's toes and take control of that process, you're only going to end up in suffering, because you'll be swimming against the river. Maybe you'll be holding on to the rock like, no, I don't want to see what's around that bend that we're coming up to. But if you can let go and stop resisting the current of the river, it will take you to where you need to go. It will take you around the bend where amazing changes, amazing transformations will be in your life. And so, what is it in your life you've been resisting? Because where there's resistance is usually where you are fighting the current of the river. Resistance is not something that is natural for us. It is something where we get in our own way, essentially. Our natural state is well-being. Our natural state is that of source. Our natural state is that of divinity. And so, where in your life are you not allowing the current to take you? And when you've identified that, see where you can lower the resistance in your life and allow that flow, that natural flow that you are, to carry you to where you need to go next. Anyway, that's going to be the video for today. Leave your questions down below. I'll try and explain this a little bit more. I know it's hard to explain. I'm trying to make some more succinct videos, and it's hard to explain everything in a short amount of time, but I will answer your questions down below for anything else you may have questions about concerning following the current of the river, following the flow of life. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate you being here. You are loved. Follow that flow, and I will see you in the next video.